Well, good afternoon. Welcome to the 2010 season. What else happened to 2010 besides the Vancouver Winter Olympics and the World Cup of Soccer in South Africa? I don't know. There's some baseball related stuff. Like starting in January 5th when Randy Johnson retires after 22 seasons with 303 wins and 4,875 strikeouts. On February 11th, Tom Glavine with 300 wins and Frank Thomas both retire. March 10th, Nomar Garcia signs a one-day contract with the Boston Red Sox and retires. April 2nd, Minnesota has their first exhibition game at New Target Field, and they lost versus St. Louis 8-4. And then on April 12th, they end up winning their first regular season game 5-2 versus Boston. So there. April 17th, Ubaldo Jimenez throws Colorado's first no-hitter, defeating Atlanta 4-0. May 7th, Jamie Moyer is the first pitcher to throw a shutout in 4 different decades, 2010s to 2000s and 1990s and the 1980s. Shows how long Jimmy Moyer was pitching. Let's see. June 2nd, Ken Griffey Jr. Decides to retire effective immediately. July 26th, Matt Garza of Tampa Bay throws the Rays' first ever no-hitter, beating the Detroit 5-0. Yeah, it's pick on Detroit Day. September 23rd, Ichiro Suzuki records 10 straight 200-plus hit season. October 6th, Roy Halladay of Philadelphia no-hit Cincinnati in Game 1 of the National League Division Series. Oh yes. Jay Bruce is the only runner that got on base for Cincinnati that game. And it was a walk. So that was the only blemish was the walk to Jay Bruce. Otherwise, it would have been a perfect game. December 6th, in a newly revamped Veterans Committee, Pat Gillick is the only one elected to the Hall of Fame. So, if you hung on Jays long enough, you know Pat Gillick, who ran the Jays for several years. Anyways, standings. Tampa Bay takes the American League East at 96 and 66. New York Yankees go 95 and 67, 1 game back, and takes the wild card. Boston goes 89 and 73. Toronto goes 85 and 77, 11 back. Boston was 7 back. Baltimore goes 66 and 96, 30 back. Minnesota takes the American League Central at 94 and 68. Chicago goes 88 and 74, 6 back. Detroit goes 81 and 81, 13 back. Cleveland goes 69 and 93, 25 back. Kansas City goes 67 and 95, 27 back. Texas goes 90 and 72, taking the American League West, not Central. Oakland goes 81 and 81, 9 back. Angels go 80 and 82, 10 back. And Seattle goes 61 and 101, 29 back. National League East, Philadelphia takes it with a 97 and 65 record. Atlanta goes 91 and 71, 6 back, and takes the wild card. Florida goes 80 and 82, 17 back. Mets goes 79 and 83, 18 back. And Washington goes 69 and 93, 28 back. Cincinnati goes 91 and 71, taking the National League Central. St. Louis goes 86 and 76, 5 back. Milwaukee goes 77 and 85, 14 back. Houston goes 76 and 86, 15 back. Chicago goes 75 and 87, 16 back. Pittsburgh goes 57 and 105, 34 back. National League West, San Francisco goes 92 and 70, takes the West. San Diego goes 90 and 72, 2 back. Colorado goes 83 and 79, 3 back. No, that's 9 back, sorry. Dodgers go 80 and 82, 12 back. Arizona goes 65 and 97, 23 back. No, that's 27 back. As we get to the season standings, Josh Hamilton of Texas, 359 average, led the American League. Jose Bautista of Toronto, 54 home runs, led the majors. Miguel Cabrera of Detroit, 126 RBIs, led the majors. CC Sabathia of the Yankees gets 21 wins, tied for the major league lead, but who will? Stay tuned. I may have just mentioned him. Felix Hernandez of Seattle, 2.23 ERA, 2.27. Anyways, he led the majors. Jared Weaver of the Angels, 233 strikeouts, led the majors. Carlos Gonzalez of Colorado, 336 average, led the National League. Albert Pujols of St. Louis, 42 home runs, led the National League. And Pujols also led the National League with 118 RBIs. Roy Halladay of Philadelphia, 21 wins. That was tied for the Major League lead. Josh Johnson of Florida, 2.30 ERA, led the National League. And Tim Lincecum of San Francisco, 231 strikeouts, led the National League. And let's go to the playoffs. American League Division Series, starting with Texas and Tampa. Game 1 in Texas. No, Game 1 in Tampa Bay. Texas 5, Tampa Bay 1. Game 2 in Tampa Bay. Texas 6, Tampa nothing. Game 3. Yeah, okay. Game 3 in Texas. Tampa Bay 6, Texas 3. Game 4 in Texas. Tampa Bay 5, Texas 2. Game 5 in Tampa Bay. Texas 5, Tampa Bay. Bleh. Texas 5, Tampa Bay 1. All the road teams won. Weird. Now you got the Yankees and the Twins. Game 1 in Minnesota. Yankees 6, Minnesota 4. Game 2 in Minnesota. Yankees 5, Minnesota 2. Game 3 in New York. Yankees 6, Minnesota 1. Now I knew the National League Division Series. Game 1 in Philadelphia. Philadelphia 4, Cincinnati 1. There's the Roy Halladay's no-hitter. Game 2 in Philadelphia. Phillies 7, Cincinnati 4. Game 3 in Cincinnati. Philadelphia 2, Cincinnati 1. Cincinnati 0. Philadelphia 2, Cincinnati 0. So, Atlanta, San Francisco. Game 1 in San Francisco. Giants 1, Atlanta nothing. Game 2 in San Francisco. Atlanta 5, San Fran 4 in 11 innings. Game 3 in Atlanta. San Fran 3, Atlanta 2. And Game 4 in Atlanta. San Francisco 3, Atlanta 2. Back-to-back 3-2 games. So now you got the Yankees and the Rangers in the American League Division Championship Series. Game 1 in Texas, Yankees 6, Texas 5. Game 2 in Texas, Texas 7, Yankees 2. Game 3 in New York, Texas 8, Yankees nothing. Game 4 in New York, Texas 10, Yankees 3. Game 5 in New York, Yankees 7, Texas 2. And Game 6 in Texas, Texas 6, Yankees 1. Texas Rangers are going to their first ever World Series. How about that? Now you got the Giants and the Phillies. Game 1 in Philadelphia, Giants 4, Philly 3. Game 2 in Philadelphia, Philly 6, San Fran 1. Game 3 in San Francisco, San Fran 3, Philly nothing. Game 4 in San Fran, San Francisco 6, Phillies 5. Game 5 in San Francisco, Phillies 4, San Francisco 2. And Game 6 in Philadelphia, Giants 3, Phillies 2. And the Giants are going to their first World Series since, I think, 1989. Let's see how this shakes out. Game 1 in San Francisco, Giants 11, Rangers 7. Game 2 in San Francisco, Giants 9, Texas nothing. Game 3 in Texas, It was actually Arlington, Texas. So Rangers 4, San Francisco 2. Game 4 in Texas, Arlington. Game 4 in Arlington, Texas. Giants 4, Texas nothing. And Game 5 in Arlington, Texas. Giants 3, Rangers 1. First World Series win for the Giants in San Francisco. And the first World Series win since 1954 when the Giants were in New York. So how about that? Another drought disappears. Tomorrow, 2011. Find out what happens tomorrow. You might like it or you might not. Depends on who you're cheering for that day or that year. Until then, stay tuned.